Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and wahoo kachoo! First, happy National Scrapbooking Day. It's a wonderful day to be a crafter. It really is. So happy National Scrapbooking Day, whether you scrapbook, card make, altered art, mixed media, it's all thrown in there. Yay! And then on top of that, welcome to the next Saturday with Stacy YouTube class number 500. I have done 500 YouTube classes with you. I can't even, that just boggles my mind. It does. And I have a new sign. Let me see if I can zoom on in. I have a new sign that was sent from a wonderful customer of ours. He sent the one that said over 400. So you can see we've got it covered where it says over 500. Next week we'll take off that little sign because we'll be at 501 YouTube classes. Now, it definitely has been a journey, right? Because if you go back to my very first class, which is still posted, it's me holding my very first video camera. It was a $200 Sony Handycam that we got at a Black Friday sale at like Best Buy or something. I had never had a video camera before, and it's literally me just holding it and trying to figure out how to work it and say, well, we're gonna give this a try and see what happens. Who would have ever thought that this many years later, we'd still be here together? But look at how far we've come. Look at how far we've come. You've been with me through so many life events. My boy's graduating high school. My boy's graduating elementary school. My boy's graduating high school. Yeah, my parents moving in with me. My parents passing. My house burning down, my husband having surgery and a stroke. There's been so many life moments. You've been with me through, I can't tell you how many different lengths of hair and my face getting a little more roundy. But I've been with you through so many of your life experiences, and it has been such an honor to know you. And I know you're thinking, she doesn't know me, but I do. We are friends, especially since I started to live chat during the premieres of these classes. All of a sudden, we all became real to each other. It was amazing. And on the live chats, yes, we talk about crafty things, but we also talk about things that are maybe difficult in our life at the time, and we need some moral support or the best news ever. And we need, we want the yay! And we want to share that excitement. So did I ever think that when I started so many years ago saying, hey, this is me, Stacy, and I don't know what I'm doing with this camera, it would have turned into one of the best things I've ever done? Because really, this is one of the best things I've ever done. I work a lot. This business is the sole provider for my family and the rest of my staff. And so to have you, to know you, because I don't have a lot of friends outside of Scrapbooking Made Simple. I don't, because I'm here. So you become my friends and my family, and I hope that I have become that for you. Put all the crafty stuff aside, just as humans, as people. It's been the most wonderful thing, one of the most wonderful things I have ever done. Best thing I ever did was marrying my husband. No, it's not having my children. I wouldn't have my children if I hadn't married my husband. So there's a few pretty amazing things in my life, but being here with you every Saturday, well, now every Monday, every Thursday, and every Saturday has really just made me a better person. It's the truth. You all have made me a better person, better than I was. I've learned so much from you, and I've learned so much humility and grace, and I've learned how to be a better friend, and I've learned how to be more kind. So there's still things to learn, but I'm not going anywhere because I'm only 50. I'm going to be 55 years old this year, and I've got a lot more still to show and still to share. And I am the girl who is a technique junkie, and I love playing. It's just the best thing ever. When a manufacturer brings their product to Scrapbooking Made Simple and they say, here, what do you think? Now that's a loaded question. And I tell them, are you sure you want to know? But it leads to things like what I have today. I saw this BetterPress almost a year ago. I might have been the first person outside Spellbinders to actually see it. So I have what I hope is a super exciting class for you today. It's not going to be 15 minutes because 15 minutes was all I had in the first YouTubes with my $200 Sony Handycam. It's all YouTube would give me was 15 minutes. You had to hit a certain level and keep a certain standard. And I think now my time for a class is unlimited. I could do like an 8-hour class or a 12-hour class. Could you even imagine? I probably could do it. I probably could talk my way all the way through it, but no, today we're not going to do that. We're going to do a comprehensive do's and don'ts of the BetterPress system to the best of my abilities for what I know the system can do today. You're like, what does that mean? That means I have thoughts on what more we're going to do with it, but that's going to have to wait for my next do's and don'ts of the BetterPress system. Today, it's really about showing you I'm going to take it further than what they expect. I'm going to show you how Spellbinders envisioned this system to be, and then we're going to add a little something and do a little more with it, because that's the fun of having something new. You know, the manufacturers always have in their head, they can tend to be very tunnel. Once they have an idea of what they think this product is, that's what they solely focus on. But when they bring it to somebody like me, I don't want them to tell me what it's supposed to do. I want to play with it, and I want to tell them what I think it should do. So, if you were watching at midnight, Spellbinders launched the BetterPress system on their site. And at 12:15, a little after midnight, we did a quick YouTube as well and launched the system on our site. Well, before I get there, let's talk winner, winner, chicken dinner. Wait, back it up, and just a big thank you to all of you for such an amazing ride this continues to be. I am not the biggest YouTuber out there, not even by a fraction of it when it comes to crafting. But I feel like I've won the lottery because I've met all of you. Whether you've come to my store, we've talked on the phone, we've talked on live chat, I'm the winner, winner, chicken dinner when it comes right down to it. And so is everybody else here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. Those of you who call here regularly, you all know each other. You know Claire, you know Elena, you know James. And I can't wait maybe for the next 7 to 10 years that we get to continue this journey together. So, welcome to our 500th Saturday with Stacy YouTube class. I have Winner Winner Chicken Dinner to tell you about right here. Are you excited to hear if you've got a $25 gift card coming your way? Well, gosh, why does this name look familiar? I'm wondering if she already, well, if you did, you're now a Winner Winner Chicken Dinner twice. Our first winner is Debbie McDonald. Debbie, is that you? I don't know. I think I've read this name. Maybe it was on Facebook. I have no idea. Maybe, but Debbie McDonald, congratulations. You are a winner, winner, chicken dinner here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, and you have got a $25 gift card, and wait. Okay, it's already in your online account because the check mark is there. Yay. Now, our second winner, winner, chicken dinner is Clara. Okay, Clara, we've been together a long time, haven't we? You're going to forgive me if I don't get the last name pronounced properly, but I'm going to give it my every effort. I'm going with Clara Villanueva. Am I close, Clara Villanueva? Did I do it? Did I do it? Am I also a winner chicken dinner? You'll let me know, Clara. Congratulations. And your $25 gift card is also already in your online account. And both you and Debbie can say you were announced as a winner chicken dinner on the Scrapbooking Made Simple Saturday with Stacy 500th YouTube class. Now, while we're talking about winner chicken dinner, I think we should decide what we're going to do as a giveaway for this class, for our actual 500th class. And first off, I want to say to Justin, hello Justin, how are you doing? I told you I have something super special for you, and the minute I am allowed to ship it to you, I absolutely will. I have a BetterPress system for you. Justin's the one who sends us the banners, and it's so thoughtful and it's so kind that you would think to do that for us. So Justin, I have two systems here. I have two of them on my desk, and as soon as Spellbinder says I'm allowed to, you're going to receive the system, and not just the system, you're going to receive it with all the extras that come with the exclusive Scrapbooking Made Simple bundle. So congratulations, Justin. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it makes your heart as happy as you have made mine. Okay, next, winner chicken dinner. Well, what we typically do for big events like this is that we take the number and allocate it to a dollar amount, so $500, and I let you decide how we're going to divvy that up. That's what you have to post this week. Are we going to pick one winner to win $500? Are we going to pick two winners to win $250? Are we going to pick 5 winners to win $100? Are we going to pick 10 winners to win $50? Are we going to pick, is it 20 winners? 20 winners at $25? That's what you have to post. How should we divvy up the $500 prize? And we'll pick one of them randomly, and whatever that is what we'll go with. So if they say 1 at $500, well, they're the winner of the $500. But if they say 5 at $100, well, then they've won $100, and we will have our software pick 4 more winners to go with it. If we're doing $50, they will have won $50, and then we'll pick 9 more winners. So how do you want to share the prize? Or do you not want to share it at all? No judgment. You do you, and who knows what's going to happen. So this time you do have to be very specific about what you post. And I hope that it's fun for everybody, and I can't wait to see what we end up with and how many names I have to announce. Oh my. So I guess we could do 50 winners at $10. Oh no, the lowest prize is $25. That's the lowest prize. All right, you guys. So today it is all about the BetterPress system. This is a do's and don'ts technique-based class. We're not gonna make anything, but I'm gonna start with how Spellbinders envisions this product to work. And then I'm gonna take you on a little journey on how I saw the product could work in addition to how its intended purpose is supposed to be. Knowing that over the next year, there will be more do's and don'ts class for this product. It is not going away. This is an ongoing tool for them. They have invested a considerable amount of money in this. They have invested the innovation and the engineering and the thought and all the designs that are coming out. And I've seen all the designs. And in fact, we have 2 exclusive designs for you today. And then I'll have 2 more for you just a little bit later. I do also want to talk before we get started about delivery time. So Spellbinders has this machine available right now on their website, and their bundle, their exclusive bundle, is different than ours, completely different. We have more plates and not as much ink. They have more ink and not as many plates, and the pricing is close but a little different. The only place right now really that has these machines available for pre-order would be a local independent retailer, Spellbinders, and Scrapbooking Made Simple. There's not many places that have them on pre-order, but if you have a local independent retailer that you can still walk into and have them call out your name and be happy to see you, call them first and ask them, did you pre-order the Spellbinders BetterPress system? And if they say yes, ask to pre-order it with them. If you don't have that option, then you need to come online to either Spellbinders or Scrapbooking Made Simple. And our bundles are different. So it doesn't really matter if you get it from us or you get it from Spellbinders. Most importantly, you try your local independent store first. That's really where I want you to support first. But look at the bundles that are the differences between the 2 bundles and decide which one works best for you. Do we want your support? We already have your support. Your support is the last 499 classes. So if you don't buy it through us, okay, that's perfectly fine. If the Spellbinders bundle speaks to you more, get it from them, because this isn't a one and done. And we'll be bringing out new plates, and they'll be bringing out new plates. And so we just want you to get your starter kit the way you'd like to have your starter kit. It's important. And again, I can't emphasize it enough. Independent retailers who were at Creativation had the opportunity to pre-order this machine. It's not a machine, this platform. If you get the opportunity to order it from them, please do. They need your support. They committed to this product, and they deserve to be able to sell through what they've purchased. It's important to me. So I appreciate you understanding that. We are a small independent retailer, and you can walk into our store here in Canyon Country, California, and I know what goes into running a store. And those store owners, their eyes light up when they see you walk through those doors. So these systems will not start to ship until June 17th. Say what? Wait, girl, you just lost me. No, I didn't. I didn't lose you. It's just, it's a delayed gratification. Is that gratification? The delayed, you're going to be gratified a little bit later. Did I use the right word? I don't know. Maybe I just invented a word. So delayed gratification. You pre-order now, but we will not be able to ship until June 17th, which is technically the global worldwide launch. This is a little early, and we're very lucky to be able to do that. So Spellbinders will not be shipping the machines to you until then. We will not be able to ship the machines to you till then, and your independent retailers will have them for you somewhere around that time frame. Maybe in that week they'll have them for you. So no matter where you get it from, there's going to be a delay in actually shipping it to you. But you know us, the minute I have it, we're going to get it out to you. Now this brings up another subject. I'm going to be using product today that is not part of the BetterPress system. It is not part of the BetterPress system. So if you would like to order your BetterPress from Scrapbooking Made Simple, and we have a limited amount, I know how many are coming in. that will make for the June 17th ship date, they're all spoken for. There's not a machine or a platform left to be had. The BetterPress is, for all intents and purposes, sold out. Your independent retailers have pre-ordered them. I've pre-ordered them. Spellbinders has them. So if you would like to place an order for the BetterPress system, I encourage you to do it as a separate order away from some of the other product I'm going to show you today. The other product is product you can use right away with your Big Shot machine, with your Switch machine, with your Vagabond machine, with your Platinum machine, with your Platinum 6 machine, with your Big Kick machine. So if you're looking to order a BetterPress and you want some of the other products that I'm showing you that are available now, you make the decision. Do you want it all shipped together in mid-June, or do you want to place two separate orders? Because orders over $50 ship for free. So if you order your BetterPress system, well, it's going to ship for free because it's over $50. And if you want some of this other product and you get it over, you spend over $50, we can ship it to you sooner than June 17th. So I'm gonna leave this all in your hands to decide. You may look at this system and say, nope, I'm good, I don't need it at all. And that's okay too, but stay for the class, stay for the technique. There might be something you pick up that you then can use with your Switch or your Vagabond or your Big Shot or your Big Shot Plus or your Big Shot Fold Away or your Big Kick or your Platinum or your Gemini, or there's oodles of things that I have to show you. And again, I'm going to start with where Spellbinders sees this platform going, what their intent is. And we're going to open the platform. I'm going to show you each individual piece. We're going to talk a lot about it before I actually pull anything to play with, because this is an investment. The platform machine, or the platform itself, I keep wanting to say machine because I'm so used to saying a Big Shot machine. The platform itself is $79.99. That's an investment. That's for the platform. It gets you everything you need. It's the starter kit. The bundle that we have for you that gives you this and this and this and this and this and the starter kit is $129.99, and I think it retails for $150 some odd dollars. So we've discounted it as much as we were allowed to. So it's an investment. So I want you to really think about this. Is this something that makes your heart happy? If it is, put your order in. Do you want to separate it from a regular order so the product that I'm showing can be used now? We can ship it to you sooner. It's all up to you. You do what makes your heart happy. And I just can't wait to show you everything. And like I said, we're going to start out with how they thought to use it. I'm going to talk a lot. I'm going to show you a lot of the product and explain it to you. And then we're going to start to do sample after sample after sample using many different things. Okay, I know I've talked a lot, but it's important that you be eyes wide open, that you know what you're getting yourself into. And if it still sounds great, well, welcome to Saturday with Stacy, YouTube number 500, featuring the BetterPress system from Spellbinders, an award-winning, innovative, new letterpress. All right, I'm going to tilt on down. I'm going to show you some samples, and we're going to get started for today. Down we go. Okay, so Spellbinders doesn't know exactly what I'm doing with their BetterPress. Manufacturers never get to know ahead of time what I'm going to do with product. It's none of their business. I bought the product. I get to use it as I see fit. So here's one of the first cards, and I have oodles of samples. This is an exclusive BetterPress plate that's going to come with your exclusive Scrapbooking Made Simple BetterPress bundle. Then I have this here, which isn't a BetterPress plate at all. No, this is a creative expressions plate. And see, this would be one of the things that you could order separately that would ship to you and will work with your Big Shot machine right away. SMS girl, honorary SMS girl Patty did this card. Darling, right? And then we have our other exclusive. So the thanks is a BetterPress plate, exclusive to Scrapbooking Made Simple, and it will also be part of the exclusive bundle that you will only find here. So we have 2 plates that are forever exclusive to us. Spellbinders right now has 1 plate with their bundle, but they're offering more inks. I'm going to show you how to use the system with everybody's inks, and then you make the decision that works best for you. All right, I have my drink with me. I'm going to let you know. I have my water with me. Because this is I talk a lot, but this is a lot more talking than I'm used to doing. All right, here it is. It's not very big. Let me go back. It's not very big. See, it's a platform. It's not a machine. It comes with everything you need to start. And yes, it will work with a Platinum, Platinum 6, Big Shot. It will work with the Switch. It will work with a foldaway. It will work with a Pro. It will work with a Plus. It will work with a Vagabond. It will work with almost any die cutting system. I won't work with a Gemini because I don't know if a Gemini is for thick or thin, but it will work with all of your Sizzix, Big Shot, Big Kick, Plus, Pro, Switch, fold away. All right, so what's in the box? Let's open the box. Drum roll, please. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. See, I told you I could fill up a whole hour. Well, I could fill up 8 hours without any problem. So today I'm filming this on Cinco de Mayo. So today is May 5th, and you guys are watching it May 6th, and we're live chatting May 6th, although you may be watching it in 2026. Who knows when you're watching this? But I brought lunch in for Cinco de Mayo, and I can smell it. They're having chicken street tacos and carnitas, and I can smell it. It smells so good. And I'm going to be with you for at least the next probably 2.5 hours. And oh my gosh, it's painful to smell it. Oh, yum. Okay, so yeah, I brought it in for the whole staff. We had fun. It's Cinco de Mayo. Let's have a great time. Okay, so out of the box we go. Out of the box we go. So the BetterPress letterpress system starter kit comes with the BetterPress platform. It also comes with BetterPress ink. So this ink is done for Spellbinders. It's similar to an archival ink by Ranger. The viscosity is a little different because it needs to adhere onto the plate to make a really great impression. Spellbinders has this ink in several colors, and that's part of their exclusive bundle, and they will be, I believe, adding more colors with the exception of metallics. But you know what I have for you today? I have metallics. Now, this is the size. This isn't like the kitty size, like the trial size. This is the size of the ink pads. All of them are going to be this size because you really don't need anything bigger than this to ink your plates up with. So you're going to get the ink that they are using with their plates. You're going to get like the most perfect craft tape ever, I think is what they call it, the best craft tape ever, which is it's better than washi tape. It's like a high grade painter's tape so that it doesn't rip anything as you're pulling it up, and it holds everything down. In here is paper, and it's not just any paper. It's very, very special paper. This is cotton paper. This is high grade paper. This is better than what you typically find in an arts and crafts store. It is supple and smooth, and it just feels so lovely because it is cotton. It is on average, I believe, 118 pound, and they've given you a sampler pack. So there's the white, there's the cream, and there's kind of a dove gray. So you're going to get, I believe it's what, 5 of each? Yeah, 5 of each. So 15 pieces of paper to start with. And again, this is a high grade paper. It would be, if copy paper is your bottom, this would be towards your high-end paper, what you would find formal invitations and formal announcements letterpressed on. Do you have to use this paper? No. Is it lovely? Yes. And we're going to work with it, but we're also going to work with cardstock so you can see the difference. Do I have this for sale? Of course I do. Yes, of course I do. But is it necessary? You're going to make that decision, not me. And I guess it would really depend upon what it is you're doing, because this really is lovely. So you're going to get 15 sheets of that. You're going to get the exclusive starter kit die. So this is a letterpress plate. There isn't any cut lines. There aren't any cut lines around the outside of it because you're not die cutting, you're letter pressing, you're better pressing. And that's, you know, the name came to be from somebody at Spellbinders, a friend of mine, who saw a letterpress system by another manufacturer a few years ago. I'm not sure which manufacturer it was. It could have been We Are, it could have been years and years ago, it could have been Lifestyle Crafts, but they saw another letterpress system and she thought, gosh, I love this. She was fascinated by it, loved it, but it was difficult. It wasn't as easy peasy as she would have liked to have. She bought it. She absolutely bought right into it because she loved the look of it, the debossing, because when you run that plate through on your paper, you get that debossed image that feels so rich, like a formal invitation does. So it sat there with her for quite some time, and finally she came to the decision that Spellbinders can do it better. They can do it better. You know, Spellbinders takes a lot of pride in what they put out, the products that they put out, and they should. They put out quality products for the crafter, whether you be the most experienced crafter or a newbie. Just like companies like Ellison puts out quality products, Sizzix products. There's many companies, you know, Couture Creations does an amazing job. Creative Expressions does an amazing job. Art Gone Wild and Friends, these are companies that are tried and true. And Spellbinders, you know, she thought we can do this better. So they started the journey of making this new system. And when it came time to name it, it just seemed simple. It's the BetterPress letterpress system because they made it better. So back down. See, told you, a lot of talking, a lot of up and downs today. But I don't feel that when I need to tell you something, I need to look at you. And I know that seems very odd, but for me, I look people in the eye. All right, so this is the plate that comes with it. It's etched. No cut line because we're not going to die cut this. And what I want to explain to you about these plates and other plates like them is that this isn't just metal. There's a polymer coating over the top of the plate, and that polymer coating is what allows the ink to hold. If this was just metal, the ink would bead up. It would bead up and it would not make a nice impression. But anybody who makes a cut and stamp, a stamp and cut, a BetterPress plate, a letterpress plate, usually, if they're quality, the metal has a coating of polymer over the top. And that is what allows that ink to sit there and transfer onto the paper so beautifully, as opposed to little tiny dot, 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 dot. Otherwise, it would just bead up, and that's not what we're looking for. So far we've got the ink, we've got the craft tape, we've got the paper, we've got the die. This is all part of the $79.99 starter kit. Then let's pull out the machine. It's not a machine, a system. I'm gonna have to get used to saying that. Let's pull out the system, the platform, and look at it all on its own. So we've got our instructions. Yay, it tells you what's in it. Kind of gives you a once-over. Not a bad thing to have. Oh, it gives you an idea of what's coming. Whoa. Okay, do you see what's coming? These aren't launched yet. Oops. That's kind of funny. That is kind of funny. All right, so now you got a sneak peek of what's coming. Should I do that one more time? Yeah, because this one definitely. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Aren't those beautiful? Those are coming, but not now. Wait for June. So here we have the instructions. Those designs will be coming out, I believe, in June. And then ta-da! We have the BetterPress system. Here it is. Wahoo kachoo. Only took me 36 minutes to get there, but I got here. All right, so it's got a lid. Now it may look like it's cracked to you. That is not cracked. There's a coating on it that you can peel off or not. You decide, peel it off, don't peel it off, peel it off, don't peel it off. So I don't want you to think the minute you get it that your platform lid, your top piece, and this is called a platen. Hold please. There's BetterPress or letterpress terms that I am not overly familiar with. This is called platen. This is the platen. If you are a letterpress person, then you know that this is a platen or a platen. And this is called the chase. Don't know why it's called the chase, but it is. And these two work together. You've got 4 magnets that are on some sort of a spring mechanism because they sink down, and you've got 4 corresponding magnets on the top so that your lid, your platen is magnetic to your chase. Now, does it matter which way your top acrylic piece goes? No, you can flip it this way and it can go down. You can flip it this way and it can go down. You can flip it this way and it can go down. It doesn't make a difference how you put it on. It does have a logo, a BetterPress logo, and some of you may want to have that BetterPress logo so that it's something that you can read, but I don't want you to be worried about how it lays on there. And it presses down. What else is out there in the craft world that has a base and you put something on top and you press it down? We'll get to that a little bit later. Here we have a magnetic sheet, thick. This is a magnetic sheet that fits in right into the mold of the BetterPress. It just fits right in there beautifully. And they have scored it out for you, and they have given you an A2 size and an A7 size. So a 5 by 7 and a 4¼ by 5½, so that you are able to line up your paper, whether you're doing a 5x7 or an A2 size. And this comes in and out and in and out, and you'll understand why in a minute. It's my understanding that they're eventually going to sell replacements of this, not that you will need it. If you take care of this, it's going to last you a lifetime. Really, it's a beautiful piece of engineering and product. Now, when I lift it up, there's a little divot right here that allows me to just lift it up super easy. And underneath it, they've given you 3 shims. One, well, I suppose I should have it with the BetterPress going out, right? 1, 2, 3. 3 different shims. And you're like, why do I need shims? Well, let me talk to you about that. And for that, I'm going to tilt on up because, again, I think I feel I need to look at you. So I'm going to back it up. If you're new to Scrapbooking Made Simple, I'm sorry. This might be this is a great class to be new to, but they don't typically go quite like this. Okay, why do you need shims? First off, the fact that they built the shims into the platform is ingenious. Absolutely ingenious. You don't have to lay it on top and sandwich it in. It's brilliant. Love the idea that the shims they fit right in there. You end up putting your magnetic platform on top and it hides the shims. You're not worrying about them moving around. But why do you need them? Well, every die cutting machine is different. Every one of them. My Sizzix Big Shot machine is going to be different than your Sizzix Big Shot machine. Yes, they look the same. Maybe you have a old black and pink one. Maybe you have a blue Ellison machine. Maybe you have a gray and white. Maybe you have a teal with what looks like the scrollies all over it. Everybody's machine is different. Not that the mechanism in all of those machines are different, but the usage of those machines are different. Every part is the same when they build them. When you opened your Big Shot machine or your Platinum machine, and I opened my Big Shot machine or my Platinum machine, they were identical. They were spec'd the same, spec'd, not like they were, the specifications were the same. When we opened them, at that moment, our machines were the same. But then we started to use them. Now, you may be a die cutter or somebody who does embossing folders, and you pull your machine out once every couple months and you emboss with it every now and then with an embossing folder. You every so often will die cut something. Or you're like me, where my Sizzix Big Shot machine is used and abused. It's a workhorse. It is a workhorse. And so as I'm using my machine more than you are using your machine, my machine's gonna kind of loosen up. Not in a bad way. It just means that it's gonna it's like when you pull your jeans out of the dryer, okay? You're like, crap, I gotta get into my jeans and they just came out of the dryer, and you're like shimmying into them. I mean, I'm not 15 anymore. At 15, I didn't mind shimmying into my 501s. It was like, yep, I want them as form-fitting as they could be. Now it's like, do they have elastic in the waist? Can I get them with elastic in the waist? But you take your jeans out of the dryer and you have to shimmy on into them, but 2 hours later, they're loosened up. They fit perfect. They're snug where they're supposed to be snug, but they're not tight where they're not supposed to be tight. They've given, they've loosened up. That's like your machine. When you get it out of the box the first time, it's like taking them jeans out of the dryer, and then you use it and you use it and you use it, and the more you use it, the looser the machine becomes, and it will find its own sweet spot. There's a sweet spot in everybody's machine. Even keeper of the secret sauce, Kevin's machine at Ellison down the street at Sizzix, even his machines have a sweet spot. So it's a typical thing. And that means that as it loosens up, the pressure becomes a little bit less and a little bit less and a little bit less over an extended period of time. The machine is always going to work, but it's going to loosen up over an extended period of time. Not the 2 hours it took for your jeans to get, oh, yay, I'm comfortable in these now. Not 2 hours, an extended period of time, years it's going to take. So as that machine loosens up, you need shims to add some height to get the pressure when it goes in the machine and under the roller to add enough pressure to do what you're doing, whether that's embossing or die cutting or better pressing. And so they've given you 3 shims, and I want you to see how thin they are because they're thinner than thin. That's a shim. I know for the newbies, it may be hard to believe that something this thin can make a difference when you're die cutting or embossing or better pressing. Yes, it can. And depending on your machine, you may, when you get your better press out of the box, you may just need 1 shim. You might not need any shims. You may not need a single shim to begin with. You may need 1 shim. And then a year from now, you might have to add the second shim because your machine is now a year older. You've used it a lot more. It's loosened up a little bit more. And a year from then, you may need the 3rd shim. It's possible. Absolutely possible. So they've given you the 3 to start with. And they tuck right in, right into the body, into the chase, into the housing, and you put your magnetic platform right over the top and you're good to go. Now, it would be unfair of me to pull out a brand new Spellbinders machine or a brand new Big Shot machine, Sizzix machine. Do I have a brand new Spellbinders machine? Yep, I sure do. We sell it in our retail store. Do I have a brand new Sizzix Big Shot machine? Oh, you bet I do. We sell it in our retail store. I even have a brand new switch machine because we sell them in our retail store. I'm not going to do that because that will show you the most optimum. I'm going to use my Big Shot machine that you see every single week. Every single week. My ratty-tatty, inked up, loose, in the best possible way, no judgment machine. I'm gonna use my Big Shot machine that I use every week. And I can tell you already, I'm going to need shims. I'm going to probably need more shims than the 3 they've given me because my machine gets well used. It is well loved. I know I can already hear, ta-da, it's Taylor and maybe Kevin, keeper of the secret sauce, pull out a new machine. Nope. I can hear Nicole at Spellbinders, oh, just show a platinum. Nope. I have to be honest and fair with you and show you on a machine that I use every day so you can see what you'll need possibly for your machine. And it's not hard and it's not difficult, and every machine's going to be different. Once you figure out your shims, if you need any, well then you've got it done, and those shims may work for a full year for you before you might have to shim a little bit more, but it's just paper that we're going to use to shim, so easy peasy. All right, so I'm going to tilt on down again. Okay. You're like, couldn't you have done this in 15 minutes? No, I could not have done this in 15 minutes. And if $79.99 is a major purchase for you, And $129.99 is even a bigger purchase for you. Do you really want to make your decision off of a 15-minute demo? I don't think so. So, got the little little niche right there that you can then pull this up. I've got the 3 shims underneath. Whether I need 1, 2, or 3 will be determined by my machine, by your machine. So I've got my chase, I've got my platen, and I've got my plate. My ink, my best ever craft tape, I put my instructions somewhere. They're here somewhere. This is what comes in your starter kit. Now, for Scrapbooking Made Simple, we added a few more things. So not only do we have this, but for our exclusive, oh, and the paper. Thank you. Paper, plate, tape, ink. Okay, so for our exclusive bundle, you're going to get all of this because it comes in the box. But then we've added a few more things to make it a little more wahoo kachoo. First off, we've added the re-inker. So I told you that the ink pads from Spellbinders are always going to be this size. Here's the black re-inker to go with it, so that, can you even imagine how many times you're going to be able to re-ink this little guy? Holy smokes artichokes. So you're going to get the re-inker. You're going to get some bling, because why not? Then we have 2 exclusive plates. We have the thanks, and the thanks is both a BetterPress letterpress plate and a die. So I've got my BetterPress letterpress plate, and then I've got the die to cut the letters out should I want to, which is how we were able to do this. I don't have to cut the letters out if I don't want to. I can just use my BetterPress and transfer it, and we'll do that, and I'll show you samples. And then I've got my second plate. Exclusive. These will only ever be at Scrapbooking Made Simple, so you're not going to find these at anybody else's website or in their retail store. I had to buy these. I had to commit to these. We got them designed, and they said, okay, if they're going to be exclusive to you and only you, you've got to buy them all. So I did. So here's my second design. And this one has a sentiment, sending hugs your way. The sentiment is separate, so you can use that on its own. This one does not have a die to go with it. This one is just a BetterPress letterpress plate. Oh, I'm getting better at saying that, aren't I? So I've got the thanks, I've got my poppies, and then we've also included a nesting set from Spellbinders, so that if you wanted to make cards and nest, or you want to do layouts, you've got the Dottie nesting set. So at Scrapbooking Made Simple, you're going to get the Dottie nesting set, you're going to get the thanks BetterPress letterpress with the die, you're going to get the poppies, you're going to get the one that comes with the set, with the box, you're going to get the re-inker to go with the ink pad, you're going to get the paper, you're going to get the tape, you're going to get some bling, and this is our bundle for $129.99. I am limited as how many I own. I only have so many, and then they're gone. I bought all. I can only sell as many bundles as I have of these. So we have some of the BetterPress with just the BetterPress, just the box, just the starter set. For the $79.99, we have that, or we have this. You decide, and once this is sold out, we will not have it again. These plates are a one and done. I bought them all. All right, so let's play You're like, finally? Well, yeah, an hour in. I kind of figured it was going to take that much time to go through some of this stuff. We really don't need the bling. Don't need the bling. I'm going to keep my plates here. I'm going to keep all my plates here because we're going to play. I'm not going to play so much with nesting dies today. That's not such an important thing. I might keep their ink. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. I haven't decided yet. All right, so BetterPress with their paper. It's beautiful, high-grade cotton paper. It's taped down so strong. A whole piece of tape. Kimberly Del Valle. Less tape is more. We had to tape these down in place. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, well, so your plate is magnetized. Or it goes on the magnet, and because it's metal, it holds in place. Would be no different if on a magnetic platform. Okay? However, I want you to know ahead of time, this platform from Sizzix, for your big shot, your big kick, your pro, your plus, your switch, your whatever, is not the same as this. These two are different. This platform is far stronger than this one. But you can't use this one with these. It'll be too thick. Will not work. So I need to ink up my BetterPress plate, and I'm going to use I can either use their ink, which has a thicker viscosity. I've got my color pad by Jacquard. I've got my Hero Arts dye-based inks. Which one makes your heart happy? That's the one you use. And I'm going to give it kind of a squishy and a turn, and a squishy and a turn, and a squishy and a turn. Are you going to get ink on your hands? Maybe. Are you going to get ink on your magnetic platform in there? Yes, eventually you will get ink over your grid. No question about it. Are you going to clean that ink off your grid? Yes, you are. You're going to use a baby wipe. All right, so okay, I just put ink on my grid. I'm going to take a baby wipe. Depending on the ink, it may come up, it may not. All right, that's as good as it's going to be. Can I take other solutions to get it off? No, you really don't want to. You don't want to have the grid that has been printed on dissolve away. Now, I was pretty generous with how much ink I put down. You may never find that yours is like this, but I don't want you to then just go grab your hand sanitizer or your alcohol and think that you're going to go in and it's going to clean right up, because it's still going to be there. And if you do that enough, it's possible that you could take the printing of the grid off your magnetic platform there. So I did ink up. You think I'm still wet enough to go through? I'm going to lay my 118-pound cotton paper down, and I can center this where I want it because of those grids. I can lay my paper down, and then I get my top piece right here and right over the top. Now, I think intuitive thing to do would be to want to push down on this. That is the last thing you want to do. You want to add no pressure to this top platform at all. Yes, it's on magnets and it wants to push down. See, it wants to push down. But you don't want to add that. You don't want to do any of that. See, I'm going to re-ink just a little bit. You don't want to add any pressure at all. You just want to put it in your die cutting machine, whichever die cutting machine that is. And that die cutting machine is going to do all the work. So the way I have mine set up right now is with all 3 shims. I'm just going to use the back side of this because, well, nobody's going to see when I tape that down. I'm going to lay down my paper, put over my top, magnetizes right in place, and bring my Big Shot machine over. I'm not going to add any pressure. I'm going to send it through my machine, and as the roller in my machine hits where the plate is, that's what's going to push my top plate down. That's why the magnets are on a spring mechanism, so that it can go up and down based on the thickness of my plate. All dies are the same. A die is different than a letterpress based on the thickness of the metal. Changes everything. So I'm going to let this roll through, and it seems to be going through fairly easy, fairly simple. So I may have enough pressure, I may not. We're going to see. Oh, that's lovely. Hello, beautiful. That looks great. But what would happen, and again, I'm working on their paper, what would happen if I took those shims out? So 3 shims out. Let's see if it changes anything. Let's re-ink up. And again, I'm not using the Spellbinders ink. I'm using the Color Box Black Waterproof Dye ink by Jacquard. We sell it for $4.99, and when it's on sale, it's for $3.99. It's an amazing value, and it's an amazing ink by a company that does ink. This is what Jacquard does. They do inks and alcohol inks and the Lumieres and the Pearlexes. That's their business. So let's grab another piece of paper. So now I have 0 shims, nothing in there. Let's lay it down. Another piece of their cotton 118 pound, oh, so nice paper. Put it over the top. Put my top plate on. Magnets down. Doesn't matter how I put it down, whether my BetterPress is over here or my BetterPress is over there, or I flip it around. Bring it over to my Big Shot machine and let my Big Shot machine add the pressure needed. Oh, see, this is going through way simple. See that? There's no pressure there. None. 0. I can tell you there's no pressure. Look at that. And my guess is that when we take this out, we're going to see It barely did anything. That's because my machine is older, and it's not even that it's older. My machine is used on a regular basis. So having those shims in there make all the difference in the world. You may have to run it through, try it with 3 shims. If 3 shims is too many, back out 1 shim. If 2 shims is too many, back out 1. Or you may start with 1 shim, and if you still get this, add the 2nd shim, and if you still get this, add the 3rd shim. But this is on 118-pound paper. So let's go ahead and let's add some more ink to this one. And it's kind of a twist and turn, kind of a chubby checkers, twist and shout. Is that what it is? Well, you twist it, and then when you get it all done and you pull it out, it's a wahoo-ka-choo shout for sure. I'm going to put my shims back. They just lay right on in. Close it up. I'm just going to use the back because nobody's going to ever see. I'll tape this down. Nobody will ever know that that was there. Paper does have 2 sides. Don't throw it away. So my last time I did it, my BetterPress logo was there. Now I'll flip it this way. Not that I have to, but just to show you that it really doesn't matter which way you put that top piece on, and send it on through. And the minute it hits where that plate is, I can feel the tension when I turn. It's still very easy to roll, but I can absolutely feel it. And we should have a much better image. And not only is it an image, it's debossed into the paper. It's textile. You feel the image debossed. So embossed means it would be raised up. We do a lot of embossing folders and the image is raised up. But if you were to turn that image over, it would be debossed. So for a letterpress, the image is debossed in, but if we were to turn it over, it actually has a little bit of an embossing on the backside. So using those shims with my machine is super important. I can't do it any other way without the shims. And again, this is their 100-pound paper. Let's clean this one off. Spray it with a little hand sanitizer. And because it's metal, wipe it down real quick. You don't want to leave that hand sanitizer on there forever, because remember, I told you there's a polymer coating on there. And that polymer coating is what allows that ink to not bead up. All right, I think we're good. All right, so do we want to use other colors? Sure we can. Whose inks do you want to use? I'm going to use Hero Arts. You don't have a choice. And I guess I'm not going to be overly picky where I put my ink. I'm just going to kind of go for it. And I'm going to cover the whole thing with one color just so I'm sure every place has got ink. So a little twist and shout action. And you can see that the ink is not beading up. If this was base metal, a base metal dye, your ink would be beading up. It's that coating that's put on these that allows that ink to do what it needs to do. Then let's come in and maybe we add another color. And then we come in and maybe I add one more color. And then let's come in with a green and add some green for my kind of foliage. And it might not be perfect, but I'm just trying to play. All right, let's go for it. Put it down. I've colored it with oodles of colors. Have no idea what we're gonna get. I'm gonna continue with their 118-pound cotton paper. This is from Spellbinders. It's just a beautiful manufactured product. And drop my paper. Drop my top piece, bring over my machine and send it on through. So there was a question during the live chat the other day about this, whether you have to use the Spellbinders paper and the Spellbinders ink to make it work. No, you don't. Have they given you a quality product? Yes, they have. Is it necessary? Only if you want it to be. The decision is really up to you. This is Hero Arts inks. So I haven't done anything with the Spellbinders inks yet. I don't know that I'm going to. So pretty. Now it's time to move off the 118-pound paper. Let's step away from that for just a little bit and let's get into basic 100-pound, simply defined. I use it every week between 100-pound and 80-pound. Use it every week, and this is my go-to. Let's wipe this down and let's re-ink it up. Now, baby wipe is not going to hurt that coating at all. And can you use this through a glimmer machine? Yes. Yes, you can. You can use this through a glimmer, and you can use this as a hot foil plate. You can use this with your Go Press and Foil as a hot foil plate. What makes the difference is the thickness of the plate. That is what determines whether it's a die or it's a stamp and cut, or it's just a stamp, a BetterPress plate or a foiling plate. Yes, you can mix and match, absolutely. So let's take 100-pound paper and let's ink this up, and we'll do it with black first. And give it a little twist. A little twist and shout. Come on, baby. Let's do the twist. That's Chubby Checkers. I hope I don't get in trouble for that. That would be horrible if YouTube flagged this for copyright infringement. Oh my gosh. Nicole, everybody at Spellbinders, if they do, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that would be Chubby Checkers, right? And Twist and Shout is, I'm not sure who, was that the Beatles, Twist and Shout? Oh, okay. So I put it down. I've got my 3 shims. I haven't taken them out. My 3 shims because my machine needs that. And now I'm gonna back off the paper a little bit. I'm gonna use 100-pound paper and not the cotton white that they have. There is a price difference. That cotton white paper is lovely, but it is a pricey little item. It's not inexpensive. I think the price maybe, I want to say the price for one of these, which is, you get 25 card panels, may be close to the price of my 100-pound cardstock in a full-size sheet, where you get 25 sheets. So you have to know what you're buying and why you're buying it. There may be a reason to have some of the BetterPress cotton panels, absolutely. But maybe not for everything you're doing with your BetterPress system. Now I'm going to send it on through. Okay, and I'm going to back it on up because I want you to see. It's going through pretty easy. There's a little tension, but not a lot. Let's see what we get. Oh, nice. That came out pretty good with my 3 shims. Not bad. I want to compare it. So this one I feel, this is the cotton. This one I feel more of the deboss. This one I don't feel much of that deboss. It really just transferred the image. Where with the cotton white, I really feel that debossed textile, you know, or textural element to the product. Not so much with my 100-pound. So what if I took and I added another shim? This time I'm going to add a piece of 100-pound cardstock underneath, because there's a difference between 100-pound cardstock and 118-pound cardstock. So what if I just added that shim in there? Let's see what's going to happen. I'm going to ink up again. We're going to go apples to apples. And those shims just fit right underneath. And your machine may not need a shim at all. Your machine may be 5 years old and you use it every now and then, but you've got to make invitations. You know you've got a wedding coming up, or you've got an event or an anniversary party, something, and you want to make the beautiful invitations. Well, now you might bring out your machine a little bit more. See? You're just gonna live with it. I'm gonna be fine with it. I'm gonna be fine with it. I'm gonna be fine with it. Finish inking up. So I'm gonna twist and shout, or come on, baby, let's do the twist. Whichever you prefer. I guess it depends upon what era music you like. And put it down. I now have the 3 shims that Spellbinders gave me, plus a 100-pound sheet. And I just took half of an 8.5 by 11 and put it in there. My paper. My platform. And send it on through. Okay, I can tell you it's tighter. I can tell you it still rolls super easy, but I can feel the tension. I can feel that it's a little tighter. It's not so tight that it's difficult to roll, not at all. In fact, it's still very easy, but you will feel the difference as you're rolling it through. And that extra shim may be what we needed Oh yeah. See, now I can feel that debossed. Whereas with this one, that's just the paper. Here, see, you can hear it. Here, nothing. So adding, and even the color is a little bit better, a little bit darker. So by adding that extra shim that I had to add on my own, it just intensified it even more. If you add too many shims, you've got the security in knowing that your Big Shot machine is not gonna take the, let's add, oh, okay, so I don't even know if this will fit under there. I added like 4 more pieces of paper. Okay, and I'm not even gonna put Do I have one that I threw away? Here. I'm just going to put that over the top just so we have something. So now I've got the 3 Shims Spellbinders gave me 5 Shims that I did. And you've got the security of knowing that the Sizzix machine isn't gonna let you send it through. It's saying, don't try, stop. So if you add too many shims, your machine is going to tell you to back it out. Same with the switch. It's going to say, too much, put me in reverse, send me back out, and take some of that out. So let's go back to, say I put in 1, 2, 3. So here's the shims that I need, the 3 plus my 1, and I added 3 more on top of that. And my machine just said, no, stop, no can do. And when you push it in that hard, you're going to see the impression. So let's run it through again. You just want, although there's no ink on there, you just want those springs to go down as it's hitting the roller. This should not be a hard send through. This should be easy peasy as you're rolling it. Now I don't have any ink on there, but I still got a light impression for not having any ink. Look at generational letter pressing. Is that what it? Okay. So, the BetterPress is easy to use. Easy to use. If you know how many shims you're going to need. And your machine may not need any shims. It just depends on how much you use your machine and how loose it is. Let's pull the thanks real quick. And let's do the thanks. Oh, I love you, Kim Doll, babe. I'm gonna kill you. Oh my gosh. Put enough tape down there. Okay. So this one I've got the die and I've got the plate. And I'm gonna stick with my 100-pound paper because I know that you have that or you can get it readily available. It's not difficult to find 100-pound paper. We have it, lots of places have it. And I'm going to ink this one up. So I'm gonna do the whole thing in my lightest color, kind of twist and shout it. Come on, baby. Let's do the twist. And then I'm gonna bring in my next color. And kind of hit everywhere. And then bring in my next color if I want one more color. And this is the Hero Arts Cubes inks. It's a dye-based ink. And then maybe I come back and just hit it with a little bit of this color one more time. All right, let's see what we get. Put it down. Take my paper. Lay it over the top. I've got my 3 Spellbinders shims in here and my 1 extra 100-pound Simply Defined paper shim. Lay it over the top. Lay my top plate in. and go. Easy to roll, but you can feel the tension. And done. And there's my thanks with all the detail. So cute. So cute. Let's do it in a black. All right, I think that's good. Down we go. Paper. I can rotate this, flip it, whatever makes my heart happy. I haven't taken off the clear plastic. And send it on through. No pressing down. You do not press this at all. You let the machine do the work. And you can see it going down. See, this is pressed all the way down. And then as the pressure eliminates and alleviates, it comes right back up. That's what it's intended to do. That's its job. And that allows you to be able to use lots of different plates in here, no matter what thickness they are, because you've got the magnets there too, and the springs to adjust that pressure. So super cute. Now that's easy to do, and I could absolutely go in and grab maybe I do the flowers. I could go in and color my flowers. With whatever marker makes your heart happy. And we've got beautiful samples of this, so I'm just saying you don't then have to leave it, you don't have to leave it the way it is. Do my little leaves. Okay, good enough, just to give you an idea of what can be done. So I could come in there and color the whole thing, which would be darling, right? Super cute. And I could trim this out, and I feel the debossed. The debossed feels so good. Maybe I'll do the A. Just super easy to go in there and add a little bit of color. Talk about fast, because the design is so small. Yay. So now I've got the A and the S. I'd like to do it all, but I know we have lots to do, so I'm not going to. But we also have the die that goes with this. And this is where we take a kind of turn. In theory, Spellbinders is going to want you to run this through a big shot machine, a platinum machine, not using your BetterPress. They're not going to want you to do that. But can you use your BetterPress to die cut this out if this is what's in front of you? You can. You can. You absolutely can. You cannot ever, ever, ever. Oh, wait. Come back. Wait a minute. I'm going to tilt up to me. Hold on. You cannot ever, not ever, ever, ever use this as a cut plate. Not ever. Say it together. I cannot ever, ever, never, ever use this as a cut plate if I'm going to use a die with it. Not ever. You need to keep this top plate pristine for when you are using it as a letterpress. Have we made that agreement? If that is a concern for you, pull out your big shot machine, pull out your magnetic platform, pull out your plates, and away you go. Okay, back down. Not ever. So, I'm going to bring over my Sizzix cut plates. And amazingly, look at that. They fit right there. Now, I would not necessarily use a 6-inch plate. You know how I use these a lot, the 6-inch plates? I use this a lot because sometimes the die fits on it better, like this. But by using a 6-inch plate, it allows for the plate to leave an impression inside on your magnetic. It's not going to harm it. I've really pushed one of these to the limit, and I left divots, and it still was okay. But to be certain, just use a full-size plate because it covers up your entire magnetic platform. Now, this is what I want to show you. Their magnetic platform was not made for dies. See? If I were to take my Sizzix magnetic platform and put that on there, and then put this on here, see the difference? I told you in the beginning, this is not the same and is not a substitute for your magnetic platform. It is not. You can see my paper and my die doesn't move. But when I do it with my BetterPress magnet, the magnet is not strong enough to get through the cut plate and the paper and the die. Can I do this? Yes, I have to take, well, let me leave all my shims in and then I'll show you. It's more of a convenience factor than anything else. So if you're in a rush and you need to go and you want to just get this done, you're going to substitute in a Sizzix cut plate and then a top plate. You can certainly at this point use their best craft tape ever and tape it all down so nothing moves, because you have that magnetic piece, that magnetic platform is no longer working for you. It's no longer an advantage. It just is part of the platform at this point, and things will move. If I bring it over and I send it on through, remember, I still have all my shims under there, and look it, my machine won't even take it. It won't even let me try to push it through, because I still have all of those shims underneath. So I have to decide, do I want to move to my magnetic platform or my base platform and my solo shim that comes with my machine? Or do I want to take my shims out, use a standard cut plate, your paper, your die, and another cut plate? If you can see the grid, if you're looking down on it and you can see the grid, this is your center point. If you're looking down and going, oh yeah, look at there's my center point, stop, pull this off. Do not use this. Not for die cutting. So Spellbinders is going to say this really isn't their preferred use of their BetterPress, but I understand it's not their preferred use, but it doesn't mean it can't be done. And I have to assume that there are people out there like you who are like me, who are going to try and see what they can do with this new tool. I want to get the most value out of my dollar, and knowing that it can do more than one thing is important to me. Did I move it? Probably, but we're gonna go. And now, with all those shims gone, now I can send it through. And now all my letters have cut. And I have this, which is kind of cool all by itself, that you can use. This you could back on pretty paper. Oh my gosh, okay, super cute. So I want to use a full-size plate. I want to make sure my full-size plate isn't covering up any of those magnetic springs. The full-size plate fits right on top of that gray magnetic and allows me to then die cut out if I want to. The choice is mine on whether I bring over my base plate and my solo shim or my magnetic plate, or I just use my BetterPress. Because my clear plate is the same size as my gray magnetic that comes with the BetterPress, it's not going to cause harm. It hasn't caused harm. And boy, I really have put this thing through the ringer. I have. And I have a feeling if you buy this, you're going to put it through the ringer. So you can see my plates are not touching any of my magnets. They don't have to, they're smaller. Bring it in. I could have taped it down if that made my heart happy, because I know I just moved it. And send it on through and just have it act as a die cutting. And out we go. So flippin' cute. If I say so myself. Cute for a slim line, huh? I could do it this way. Or I could put it back the way it was. and do it this way, but they're all die cut out. You do what works best for you. And remember that if I'm now going to BetterPress with it again, I remove my Sizzix cut plates. I don't need them anymore. I'm not going to die cut right now. And I need to put my shims back in. Put my shims back on in. And they just fit right inside the housing of the BetterPress body. Perfect. Ink up. I haven't cleaned in between them, but we're gonna go for it. I'm only using 100-pound paper. If I was using the expensive cotton paper, I might think twice. And then maybe just a little bit of darker green. This is really, forest green is really dark. But maybe we'll just throw a little here and there. Well, I don't smell lunch anymore, so lunch must be over. Put it down. I hope it was delicious. Line it up if I want to line it up in my grid, if I want to have my A2, my exact A2 size card. Obviously mine is not because I'm freehanding. Oh, it's pretty close. Lay it down. Bring back my BetterPress platform and send it on through. And the minute it hits that plate, I can feel it tightening up. And you can bring it back, doesn't hurt it. Just gives the ink one more chance to get down there. And now decide what to do with it. Gosh, with that, I could just do it in green and go in and color my flowers, because I did it in green, so all my leaves are already in green. Ha 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 ha. Well, that's very smart. That's even less work. And I could do my flowers in multicolors. But man, that's even less work if I did it in green. All right, so I'm not gonna die cut this out because you've seen me do that, and we need to move on. What happens if you want to use a metallic based ink? Now, I know that Spellbinders has said they have no plans on bringing a metallic based ink out, because that would be a pigment-based ink, and this works best with a dye-based ink. And that's true, it does work best with a dye-based ink, unless you just happen to have the Jacquard inks. So Jacquard, again, is an amazing company. Amazing company, and ink is their business. Lumiere inks and marbling inks and Pinata alcohol inks, which we're gonna be featuring, and what else do we have from them? Their color pad inks. They bought the Clear Color Box company, and they've reformulated the inks. So yes, a pigment-based ink may not be the best thing for these unless you have the right pigment-based ink, and well, I'm happy to say we do. So I've been using these. I launched these last week. I launched them a week early because I knew that this class was going to have an element where if you wanted these, you had to place a separate order, because unless you want to wait until June for them, June 17th. But if you want them earlier than that and you want the BetterPress, you're going to place an order for this and then a separate order for your BetterPress so you're not waiting. So I launched them a week earlier, and I didn't tell anybody at Jacquard that I was doing that, but lo and behold, they were so good. They're like, okay, no problem. So this is a pigment-based ink. It is a metallic ink. It is stunning with these because it's not a mushy-gushy pigment-based ink. It dries super fast. I showed you that last week, so if you haven't seen Saturday with Stacy YouTube number 499 and you want to learn more about these inks, go. So we'll put them on sale again this week. Right there. This time, I'm going to use black paper. Right over the 100-pound. Grab my top plate and put it down. And let's see what we get. No pressing. Let the machine do the work. You can see the magnet starting to go down, the spring action in motion as it's hitting the roller. And then back. So, Spellbinders does not make their cotton paper in black yet. But if they're not going to do a pigment-based ink, I don't know that they ever will. Oh, I got my hand in it. I put my finger in it, Stacy. Well, that's a boo-hoo on me. I put my finger in it. But look at that. That's a wahoo with the exception of my thumbprint. On black. Let's take and wipe this off. And let's try so I hope I don't, well, you know what, it's my ink pad. If I get it, if I do something to it, it's mine, because I don't know that I'm going to be able to get this all the way as clean as I would like it to be before I put white on it. You're like, white? Yes, white, because ColorPad has frost white. Remember, these were the first two that I ever did for ColorPad, the black and the white, and we did them at a holy smokes artichokes price. I think they retail for $4.99 for the re-inker and the ink. This is a pigment white. It's a beautiful white. This is a waterproof black, which means you can use it with your watercolors and your alcohol ink markers and whatever you want to use it with. This is also $4.99 each, and then so when we put them on sale, it puts them down to $3.99 each. We'll put them on sale again, absolutely. But then we launched all the first three metallic colors as well. But let's see what happens if I do this in white. So a little twisty shouty. Oh, my pad's not getting dirty. I was worried that I might get my pad dirty. This is a foam top, so maybe I don't do as much twisty and shouty. Let's see. Worst case scenario, it's just black paper. I'm not using expensive. So not all pigment inks are the same, and you would have to try your pigment ink to see if it, one, will dry, and two, if it's too squishy for it to go through. Do we dare go back? I'm wondering if that's going to be too much and we get white transfer, but all we can do is try. Oh, yes! 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 Oh, yes! Yay! Hello, not moving. Pigment-based white ink. Yum! Now you take your pigment markers and go in there and color. Yes, love this. Absolutely love this. Oh my gosh, that makes my heart so happy. So we did the gold and we did the white. I've got the I need to move on. I need to move on, but my heart just says, do it again, do it again. We like it, we like it. Okay, let me wipe it off. Maybe I'll do the platinum. So I have the first 3 colors of the metallics from Jacquard that we launched last week. It's gold, platinum, and rose gold. The next 4 colors launch on June 17th. And that will give us all 7 colors of the Color Box metallic. I'm wondering if I rub, if that's better, because this is a foam top versus a felt top. Ooh, Stacy. I can't tell if I've got enough on there. All right, no guts, no glory. So I could sit here and do this all day long because I can vary my colors, I can die cut afterwards, I can play with different papers, I could use them, I could use foil plates through this. And it's easy peasy rolling through. Oh, the platinum's pretty. Soft, but pretty. Just a soft metallic, but so pretty. And, wahahaha, it's dry and it's a pigment-based ink. So while Spellbinders has no plans on coming out with a pigment-based ink, that's fine. We've got you covered. And value priced. So the pigment, the metallic pigment-based inks retail at $5.99. And yes, we have the re-inkers, and yes, we'll put them at sale at 20% off. We have all the re-inkers. And I can't believe he did the re-inkers for $5.99. I really can't, because I can't tell you how much ink is in here. You are going to be able to re-ink these so many times. And for Jacquard and Asher to keep the price affordable, because pigment-based inks are expensive. They are. And he kept them so affordable for you that I'm grateful. I'm grateful for him to do that he did that. Look at that in that platinum color. Oh, yeah. But we have to move on. We do. Oh, what's next? Okay, what's next? How about we use a plate that has nothing to do with BetterPress? So, Creative Expressions has these plates called Stampin' Cut. Stampin' Cut. So they do have a cut line all the way around, plus they have that stamping just like the BetterPress, and it's got a polymer coating over the top. These are by Sue Wilson. These are the newest ones to release. We have all 6 of them. And are they going to work? Wahahaha. All right, let's see. Which one do I want to use? That one's pretty. Well, they're all pretty, but which is going to be the easiest for me to color? It'll be easy to color in that one. Let's just use some of those and see what I'm able to do. So now we're being a die and a stamp all at the same time. A die and a stamp. So we have to put this away. Remember, it's got the bullseye in the middle. We got to put it away. Not what we're looking for. We don't want to see that bullseye in the middle. For this, we're going to have to go back to our Sizzix cut plates. Now, these are going to work with your Sizzix machine, your Big Shot machine. They were intended for that machine. But let's say you've got this out and you just want to get it done. Can you do it? Yes. Yes, you can. I'm going to leave all the, no, I'm going to take the shims out. I'm going to take the shims out because I've got my 2 cut plates and I'm thinking it's going to be too thick. Well, I'll leave it in and we'll see. And let's ink it up and see what we get. So let's, I don't have any real great colors here. I just grabbed some. Now what I'm just gonna do, and I'll come back. So some pink, maybe some darker pink in here. And then maybe my light green. And then maybe some dark green. Don't know what we're gonna get, and I might have to start all over again. I've left my shims in there. Not sure if that's the best idea, but we don't edit our videos and we go with it the way it is and then we learn from it. So I've got my Sizzix cut plate right down on top. I've got my paper. Although I guess I could put my do not cut plate and do it that way. So I could put my do not cut plate down first and have a do not cut plate, then my die, then my paper. Now it's not going to be magnetized because it can't hold between the magnet on that gray platform is not strong enough. But since this is die cutting out, I really don't care whether it's centered or not. I just want to make sure the paper covers everything and my cut plate. So I put my do not cut plate as my bottom plate. And let's see what we get. Nope, it's a no-go. My machine just, it will not take this. It says absolutely not. Oh, and it didn't even really do anything there. Great. Well, it's because it didn't get in far enough. So let's take all my shims out. And your shims are going to be different than mine. Bending on your machine, you may not need any shims. You might need 1 shim. You might need 3 shims. You might need 3 shims and an extra piece of cardstock. Everybody's machine is going to be just a little bit different. And then once you figure out your shims, you're good to go. And in a year from now or 6 months from now, it may change again. And you may have to redo your shims and figure them out again. Yep, going through no problem. Yep, easy peasy. Roll, 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 roll. And done. So not using my Sizzix platform. Ooh. Okay, I'm good with this. I like it. And I'm not using a BetterPress plate or a glimmer plate or a hot foil plate. Let's try another one. This came out beautiful, and you totally feel the deboss. Okay, so let's do another one. And let's ink it on up. So I'm going to go over it with this. And then maybe a little darker orange. And maybe a spot of pink. And then my green. All right, well, I'm just going to go for it. And down. It's not going to stay in place because the magnet isn't strong enough. Put my do not cut plate down first, my die, inked up my paper, and then my cut plate over the top. Make sure that I've covered my gray area, but have not covered up my magnets, and send it on through. No shims required. Oh. There we go. And these are non-BetterPress items. Non. Can I do them with the metallics? Sure. Which one didn't I do? Let's try this one. And that's trash. And maybe we come in with the rose gold. I don't know. Time will tell. Hard to tell if it's inked because the color and the base metal are the same. But these also have that polymer coating that allows that ink to be accepted. I think I probably have too much ink. Is there such a thing? Yes, there actually is. And again, I'm not going to care that it's centered or not because it's going to die cut out. Put my black paper over it. I've got no shims. I've got my do not cut plate lined up with my gray magnetic for my BetterPress. Bring over my Big Shot machine, my Big Kick machine, my Vagabond machine, my Pro machine, my Plus machine, my Platinum machine, my Platinum 6 machine, my Switch machine, and away we go. And we've got it. Let's do in the gold and see if it's a little bit darker in the gold. So while this doesn't take the place of your platforms for your Sizzix machine, and it certainly does not take the place of your magnetic platform, not even by a long shot. You can use it if you just want to mosey right along and you don't want to switch platforms. Okay, let's see if I've got enough ink on it. And I haven't used the Spellbinders paper since about an hour ago. I used it for a little bit, but I really wanted you to see that, and I haven't used the Spellbinders ink at all. I want you to see that while yes, they've formulated the ink to be ideal, and yes, they've curated the paper to be ideal for the BetterPress, it is not your only option. Use what you've got. If that means that you can then afford the platform to get it all done, use what you've got. Not quite enough ink. I needed to go a little bit darker. Not quite enough. It's there, but it's light. It's there, but it's light. All right. These came out better. All right. So far we've been playing with plates, whether it be the Creative Expressions, and we've got beautiful samples. This is the latest from Sue Wilson. They're called Stamp and Cut. They are different than the BetterPress plates or a glimmer plate, and you can tell by the thickness of them. This one is so much thinner. This one, much thicker. And when you feel them, you tell the difference in the weight and the thickness. And that is how you decide what shims you need, when you need shims. If you're using 2 cut plates, you don't need any shims. It's all about this thickness, because this thickness varies from machine to machine where your sweet spot is. So that's why you may need a shim for something, you may not need a shim for something else. It all depends upon what product you're using. So far, we have done a boatload of stuff. Let me even bring it on over. So somewhere we started way back here, where we were using their beautiful 118-pound cotton paper with just our color pad, $3.99 when it's on sale, ink, and our Hero Arts cubes, but on their beautiful cotton paper. We also did it on our regular 100-pound paper, but remember, I had to add shims to get it to have that deboss. This one just transferred the ink the first time I did it, but I added that extra shim of 100-pound paper to the 3 shims they gave me, and it made all the difference. And the reason it made the difference is because this paper, this cotton paper, is thicker than this. So I needed to get the height of my platform up to what this is so it would hit the same. And just adding an extra shim did that. So super easy. And this is one of the exclusive dies. It only comes with the I Want It All bundle. And then we played with the thanks. And we did the thanks in the white, and we did it in the, I think that's the platinum, and we did it in the gold, and we did it in the green, and we still were just using our 100-pound paper. You don't have to have I lost my A. Anybody see my A? Well, TH, somewhere there's an A floating around. Oh, ANKS. So we did it non-die cut with ink, die cut with ink. We did it with metallics, and we did it with white. All non-BetterPress inks. And since I don't believe BetterPress is going to come out with white or metallics, this is a great option for you. Then we moved on to a product that is not BetterPress. These are your creative expressions. And there you definitely deeply etched, beautifully done. Beautifully done. And these have the die cut edge and the stamping element all at the same time. And yes, if you do not have this, can you run these through your Sizzix Big Shot machine? Yes, you don't have to have this to make it go. I could do these in my Sizzix Big Shot machine, no problem. Easy peasy. I'm just letting you know that if you have this, you can do more with it. That's the important part. You can do more with it. Then we move on. So I think the last thing for today, because it's been a lot, I think the last thing for today is stamping. So let's bring the plate back. Remember I started saying, what else does this? A stamp positioner does this. So we pulled out stamps. And from Penny Black, when we did our Make It Monday, I didn't get the exact same number of stamps for every stamp that we were using that was in the bundle. So we have leftover stamps that we couldn't make bundles with because we had odd amounts. And so we're gonna throw in, and I don't know which ones we have, and you may already have this, or you may already have this one, or I don't know, but we're gonna throw in a free stamp as well in the bundle because you can use this as a stamp positioner. I want to talk to you a little bit about that. You've got, I'm going to take, oh, no shims in there, great. I'm going to take, so this is magnet, right? This is magnetized. And when we use paper to stamp down on, we usually, if we're using a stamp positioner, usually there's a corner or an edge or somewhere where we can line this up to hold it in place. With the BetterPress, there is none of that. Nor can we take magnets and put it in place because this is a magnet. If I were to take magnets and try and put them, they would resist each other. You wouldn't be able to put the magnet on top because this is magnetized. So how are we going to do this? Keep this in place without using magnets. All right, I know, back up again. Yes. Hey everybody, how you doing? You still with me? Are you still with me? Are you learning a lot? Are you feeling that you'll be able to make an informed decision? And mind you, this is not my only class. There'll be another class in June. There'll be another class probably in October, because for us, this is an ongoing product for us. So, being that this is magnetic, there's the magnet. I can't take a magnet and put it on top of it to hold my paper in place. So my only option, see if I drop it, zoop, it's gonna fall, zoop. My only option is to put my washi tape, my best ever craft tape on it and tape it down and hold it in place because there's no place for me to grab an edge and line it up against. But is that my only option? So I was thinking, I had to send Mr. SMS to the hardware store. I'm thinking, what could we do? Because everybody is going to think you can put a magnet on top of it and it's going to hold it in place, but it's not. What could we do that's thin enough that it doesn't impede the stamping process, but will hold to a magnetic platform? I thought about washers. And washers come in a million different sizes. So Mr. SMS came to the store and I gave him a magnet to go to the hardware store with. I literally said, you don't come back until you find washers that will hold to a magnet. Because I didn't know, what alloys they're using for these things these days. Who knows what they're using? So I sent him with a magnet from Couture Creations Art Station and said, don't come back until you found something. So washers come in so many different sizes that if you're doing a bigger size piece of paper stamp, you can use bigger washers. If you're using a smaller stamp, you can use, I got little washers, I've got medium washers, I've got, where's my jumbos? Oh, look at the teeniest. I got even tinier ones. Oh, where's my jumbos? I have jumbos here somewhere. Are those my jumbos? No, that's not my jumbos. Where are my jumbos? Did we leave them downstairs? Oh no, I couldn't have done that. I even have jumbo size washers. I got them all. Oh yeah, see these? See? We bought, I think 4 sizes. Okay, see. These are smaller than those. And those are smaller than these. And then I think I have one more size. So depending on the size paper and stamp I'm doing, then I can pick the size washer I want to use to hold my paper in place. Mr. SMS thought I was crazy. I said, yeah, well, just indulge me, would ya? Just indulge me. So he brought his washers back and he said, here, you owe me $4.98. And I said, gladly, because now I can take my washers and it holds my paper. And they're thin enough that they're not going to impede the stamping process. My magnet, spring hinge, my magnets on the springs are much higher than my washers. But my washers hold my paper in place. Ta-da! So then I can bring over, and I can add as many washers as I want. Then I can bring over my BetterPress plate because I want to have that spring action. And I thought, okay, penny black. Well, I went to find clear polymer stamps. I was going to do clear polymer stamps, but I thought to myself, nope, I'm going to pick some of the thickest stamps they make out there. And Penny Black's rubber cling stamps are some of the thickest stamps made. Polymer is going to be about half that size, half that thickness. I said, let's go with as thick as we can get. Oh, I need a bigger size paper. Womp, womp, womp. Let's go with as thick of a stamp as we can get, because anything thinner, of course, is going to be easier. I don't know that I need a piece this big, but so I can put my stamp where I want it. Will it go this way? Oh, look at, I can cut half of this. I can cut half of this off. so much better. Bring over my BetterPress top plate, click it in, press down. I've now got my stamp in place. And now I can ink it up. So let's do here. And maybe a little here. And maybe a little here. I'm just adding a bunch of different colors. And then some green. And maybe a slightly darker green. And now I found the easiest way to do this is to lock the two top ones in first, and they just magnetic to each other, and then do your bottoms and then press. Now this has almost no give, no press down at all, because the stamp is so thick. There's no shims in here, nothing. But I figure if I can do it with a super thick penny black rubber cling stamp, we can do it with anybody's stamp. And Polly, I know I've got my little tool, but I can't find it. So for ease of use, I grabbed my alcohol ink blender from Couture Creations because it works. And let's see what I get. Ta-da! Done. Right? Yay! Happy day. Let's do it again. One more time, folks. I love it just for this. Is that wrong? Because I don't have a stamp positioner. Every time we get one, well, every time we get one, there's an issue. So we just stopped trying. Really, I mean, we have the Vassin one, but that one's 30 some odd dollars. And I figure I want to say it's half the price of this, and it's just a stamp positioner. So what if you could have this and this does so much more. So, no shims at all because I'm using such a thick stamp. But even if I was using a clear stamp, I still wouldn't add any shims because I've got my, woo, look at those, yay, that are gonna give me that stamp platform type of action. And let's do it again. I think this time I will just go light and some dark. And some green. And call it done. And again, I've got my washers, because this is magnetic. My washers are thin, inexpensive, highly effective. I want to lock down my top two, and then lock down my bottom two. And then I can either give a press, but there's really not much to press because it's so thick, or I can grab my little tool, whatever tool you have, give a nice press all over. And done. And it doesn't move. So how do we feel about that? How do we like them apples? But what if we want to do it in metallics? Let's grab a happy birthday. They say it's your birthday, but I'm gonna get in trouble one time for, you're not supposed to do that on YouTube, for copyright infringement. So I got my birthday. Happy birthday. And this time let's do it in metallics. Let's grab the gold and see what we get. Oh, and I need black paper. So let's cut our black paper. Let's put our happy birthday there. Put everything down so my paper doesn't move. Washers from the hardware store. Now, okay, I understand that you may have a spouse that has washers in their toolbox. Now, you don't like them taking your adhesive tape, your Stacy tape, right? Don't go steal their washers. Just send them to the hardware store. Okay, put it into place. Ink up. I'm going to click my top two in first at my top two here, here, and then my bottom two, and then a press, or bring over my little Couture Creations alcohol ink blending tool, because it's got the nice little handle on it. And let's see what I get. Could be a little darker. It's not bad. Maybe a little darker. I don't know. That looks pretty good. I'm wondering if I re-ink it, can I re-line it up? I think that this might take a little bit of practice, but I'm a girl who's willing to try a couple times to figure it out. Okay, I'm gonna line up my top and line up my bottom. Oh, it's perfect! Just like every stamp positioner should be. Yay! Okay, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Let's do it one more time. Let me clean this. Let's get some of this off. And I'm going to put maybe some of that platinum on here. So close enough, good enough. And a piece of paper. And my washers. I don't want to press down too hard because I just want to make sure it fits, and it does. So let's grab some of this platinum and see how that looks. You know, I think I might want to add some ink to my platinum. Okay, so I've got my platinum, and I think I'm going to add a little bit of a re-inker to it. Oh, can you see this? That's good for you to see. Can you see how thick this is? Doesn't look like your typical re-inker, does it? Look at that. And then you're going to have to use something to smudge it around with. I'm going to use my fingers. You'll use something else. But I want to get some re-inker in there. Take it off my fingers now. It's a beautiful color though. It's really pretty. But you can see how long this is going to last you. Such little comes out, and it doesn't take much to re-ink it up. Let's see if I add, oh yeah, that's better. There we go. Oh yeah, much better. Okay. And I'm going to do my top two. So right here and right here, I'm going to lock those two in place first, here and here. And then my bottom. And then come across with either my hands or whatever tool you made, you bought, you were given, you found and said, oh, that'll do. All right, let's see what we get. Oh, that's so pretty. All done in that platinum color. With my new friend, my new BetterPress. That's my stamp positioner that lets me do Stampin' Cuts. It does a little bit of everything and more. So now we're not using it for its intended purpose at all. Not even a little bit. But it's fabulous. So we have taken the BetterPress letterpress system and turned it on its head. We've done so many different things with it. Yes, we've done exactly what it was intended for. Yes, we did. Absolutely. And we did a beautiful job doing it. Absolutely. But then we said, wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. There's always more. And when given the opportunity and spending the money, don't you want, where's my other ones? Don't you want more? If you have a tool that will do so many things, now the $79.99 for the platform itself isn't so crazy because you can do so many things. And the $129, that's up to you. That's if you want all the bells and the whistles and the exclusives and the add-ons and the free gifts and everything else we've included with it. But we've taken a tool that is innovative and smart, and we've tweaked it to what we need it to be when we need it to be that. From a stamp positioner to a stamp and die cut machine platform here to a letterpress that you can then die cut out, or keep it traditional and just a BetterPress. Not gonna lie. All right. So, what did you think? How do you feel? I love my washers. I love that idea. I was so proud of myself for that. I can't even begin to tell you. All right, so what is on sale, and then I will show you samples. We're gonna start with the BetterPress system. If this is the only thing you want, it's $79.99. Order it. It will not ship until June 17th, maybe June 16th. I have to have them by June 17th is a Saturday. I'm sure we'll be sending them out a little bit earlier than that, but don't say anything to Spellbinders. Okay, thanks. So this gives you one plate, the ink, the paper, and the BetterPress system. Or for $79.99, or for $129.99, you get the 2 exclusive plates. This one has the coordinating die. 2 exclusive Scrapbooking Made Simple plates will never be anywhere else but here. The additional Spellbinders die cut matting system, so you can mat. The re-inker to go with the ink that's in your starter kit, and some bling to make things pretty. So that's your $129.99. And if you want this, I recommend you ordering it separately unless you don't mind waiting until mid-June to get it. Because we also have the Creative Expressions, the latest and greatest from Sue Wilson. There's 6 designs for you to choose from, all beautiful florals. These can be run with your Big Shot machine, with your Big Kick machine, with your Vagabond machine, with your Switch machine. You can color them and send them right through. You do not need to have a BetterPress system to make them work. We've got the newest 6, and there's an I Want It All or open stock, and yes, they're on sale. We have some of the originals that they did. So some of the older, these are just open stock. We don't have a huge amount of them. They're super cute. They are also on sale. Do not need a BetterPress to make it work. Love this one. Run it through your Big Shot machine, Big Kick, Vagabond, Switch, Pro, Plus, Fold Away. Was it Big Shot, Big Kick? Yeah, I think I said that. Your Platinum 6. So if you like these and you have an order of over $50 and you want these sooner than later, not in July, late June, you're gonna order this separately. We're gonna put the Color Pad Metallics, we're gonna leave those on sale for you. Again, you could ink these up with the metallics and send them through your Big Shot machine, absolutely. So I've got the 3 colors, I've got the re-inkers to go with them. We'll leave those on sale. I'm going to put back on sale the white and the black. So these on sale will be $3.99 for each, which is a smoking hot price. So $3.99, $3.99, $3.99, $3.99, and then these are $5.99 less 20%. So that's $1.20 off of 6 would make it $4.80, $4.80, $4.80. And we'll do an I Want It All bundle for the metallics. We'll do an I Want It All bundle for the 2 colors. We'll do them open stock. You choose however you want to get them. But if you don't want to wait for these and you want the BetterPress, order them as a separate order. And then the last thing we have, which we'll also have to ship in June, is the paper. So I'm going to tell you right away, I have the 8, is it 8.5 by 11? Yes. In the ivory and the white of the cotton card panels. 118 pound. I'm going to tell you we have less than I think 75 of these. They're not inexpensive. I'm just going to tell you right now, this is like somewhere between I think $30 and $40 for 25 sheets. But if you're doing something important, you're doing something that you want it to have that stunning weight and textural feel and look, you want it to be impressive, this'll do it. So, and this gives a better value than these. And we'll have the smaller ones. I have the smaller ones too, absolutely. And I have it in the dove gray in the smaller. But this is a June ship along with the BetterPress. So any BetterPress letterpress product is a mid-June shipment. Everything else I've shown you is a regular, we've got it in stock, ready to go. We're good. You know, we'll ship it in our normal standard time frame. Okay, samples. You ready? Okay, I think I showed you this one already. Darling, right? I think I showed you this one. This is the one that comes with the machine. So this is the one that comes with the machine. No, it's not a machine, it's a platform. I have to stop saying that. It's a platform, it's a system. I'll get there. I will get there. It's a platform. This is a Creative Expressions. Yeah, Creative Expressions. Super cute. Love this. This is an exclusive, the exclusive thanks for Scrapbooking Made Simple. Not die cut out, just better pressed and colored in. And they did it in the, yeah, that looks great. Doesn't that look great? And then here we have a Creative Expressions. Now the Creative Expressions, no problem going through a Big Shot machine. And here we have a beautiful, look at this. That looks like a greeting card you would buy at the store. This is on the 118 pound paper. I can feel it. You feel it. It has a feel to it. And then here, a Creative Expressions. And then here, oh, don't fall over, please, a Creative Expressions. Isn't that beautiful? And again, whether you put it through your BetterPress or your standard Sizzix Big Shot machine or your Platinum machine, it's going to work fabulously. And this is one that comes with the with the BetterPress starter kit. And here's a thanks, exclusive to Scrapbooking Made Simple. And here we've done it in metallics and painted it with fine tech. And this is the exclusive. They just are lovely. And there's a reason for the platform. Whether that reason resonates with you and speaks to you is entirely up to you. But I didn't want you to pass judgment one way or the other without having a better understanding of what it can do. And like I said, we're not done. No. There's more BetterPress classes to come because there's more to show you. Done with the ink and then colored in and on that beautiful 100-pound paper. And here we have a Creative Expressions. And this is the exclusive for Scrapbooking Made Simple. This along with the thanks. And then this is a Creative Expressions. And remember, I don't know what you're going to get, but we're going to throw in a penny black stamp. Couldn't tell you, it's a random penny black stamp so that you can start playing with it as a stamp platform right away. You have to bring your own washers to the game. All right, you guys. It's me, Stacy. Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com with the very first do's and don'ts of the Spellbinders BetterPress letterpress system. It is a platform, it's not a machine, but that platform has purpose. Absolutely has purpose. And I've shown you more than what Spellbinders had envisioned for it. They knew what they wanted, and then I saw what it could be. I'm sure they did too, without question. I think they did. I don't know if they thought about the washers. But if you like the BetterPress, anything with a BetterPress in front of it is going to be a delayed ship from us, from Spellbinders, from your local independent retailer. We're all going to get them at the same time. And I know the first shipment in is sold out. They're all gone. Not to consumers, but to us retailers. I know how many I purchased. I know how many Spellbinders has for if you decide you like their bundle better. I know the rest of them went to independent retailers, and everybody else is going to have to wait for that second shipment to come in a little bit later on. So if it's something that made your heart happy, order it, wait, you'll get it, you know you will. And if you saw other product like the Creative Expressions that you want to play with now, or the inks from Jacquard that you want to play with now, well, then order those now and we'll get those to you sooner. So it is me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, saying thank you so much for being part of my life, my career, my store, my friend circle. Just thank you. I've got so much more to share with you, but I have so much more to share with you. I can't wait to bring it all to you. And I hope if I bring you just even a little bit of the joy that you bring me, then the world is pretty good. So, all right, you guys, I will see you next week. And Justin, don't buy this. I'm giving you one for my fabulous banner. So, and don't forget to post how you want the $500 winning split up. I will see you next week. I will see you next Monday for the next Make It Monday event. And I've got I've got about $95 worth of product for $19.99 from Gigi. Jeje. All right, you guys, I'll see you then. And thank you. Thank you so much. Bye. Oh, you shop at scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Bye, everybody.